Hello and welcome to Barbados. So I'm staying at the beautiful Pomarine Hotel, and today I'm venturing to the legendary Foursquare Rum Distillery. Now, if you are a rum head, then you will have heard of this distillery already. But to be honest, if you're just a casual rum drinker, you probably won't have done. The Foursquare Distillery belongs to the Seal family. Now, they can actually trace their roots in Barbados way back to the 1600s and were involved in the rum making since about 1820. They then bought this distillery sometime in the 1990s. Richard Seal is the current member of the family to run it. Now, he's not giving me a tour today, but an amazing tour guide is.
Here. So you have a tank saying rum, one saying high wines, the other low wines.
Unfortunately, due to the background noise, you can't really make out what he's saying. I also have to admit, I can't 100% remember his name, but I think it was Donnell. Now, I'm just giving you a tiny excerpt of what was, to be honest, one of the most detailed distillery tours I've ever had. And I have had more distillery tours than the average person, many of which you can see on my reviews here on the channel. But suffice to say, this was so exceptionally detailed. I really enjoyed it. But this is probably a tour for people who really have a genuine interest, not so much a tourist tour. Although, having said that, I think anyone would be fascinated to see the journey right from raw sugarcane through to the being pressed, seeing the distillation process and the barreling process. It really is quite extraordinary. But then, of course, we have to what's probably everybody's favourite bit, and that's the tasting. Now, today we'll be tasting 6 different Foursquare rums. The tasting room is absolutely wonderful and easily comparable to a very high-end Scotch whisky tasting room. Now, you often hear people say the cliche of they have a rum for every budget. Well, I think when it comes to Foursquare, that is very much true, because their cheapest rum is somewhere around $10 a bottle, and their most expensive is something like $1,000. So we really do have every different level. I actually went home and found a Foursquare port cask finish rum for $3,000. So that is some seriously expensive drink. Within the tasting itself, I think the most expensive we tried, even though I didn't look at the exact price, but I think it was somewhere around $200. Our guide was neither shy when it came to sharing drink or sharing his knowledge with us, which was really encyclopedic about rum and pretty good about other spirits and the industry in general. So if you're like me and already in the industry, or if you're just a bit of an aficionado, then you're going to enjoy this whole experience. It's not one of these ones where you get talked down to and they try and explain the most basic things of what makes the drink. This is one where you can really actually learn stuff that you did not previously know.
That was a vintage. So this line of rums that you can see with the transparent labels is our exceptional cask selection. Some of them are our private cask selection, and then you have a couple other vintage releases that are done with as collaborations between us and Belair, which is Italy.
The most extraordinary thing is that the tour and entry into Foursquare is free. I don't think I've ever seen a tour like this for free before. That is exceptional. Obviously, the tasting does cost money, but even that, it's very much a cost price. So it depends what you drink, but it's incredibly reasonable. Getting here, however, is a little bit more of a trek. Barbados is a very small island, so it's not that far, obviously, but it's about 30 minutes from Bridgetown to the Foursquare Distillery, which, depending on how adventurous you are, you might say is a very short distance, or you might say is a big distance. If you want to hire a car, it's pretty easy roads to drive. If you choose to use a taxi, it's probably going to be around $30 each way. If you're feeling adventurous and you want to do it on public transport, then it is possible, but it's going to take you quite a while and you'll have to be a bit canny about working out when to get on and off. I've been to all four of the rum distilleries in Barbados and I've truly loved all of them for different reasons. St. Nicholas Abbey is the most amazing tourist attraction. Mount Gay is an extremely slick visitor experience. I don't have any video of Stades, also known as West India Rum Distillery, has a great customer experience as well. But really, if you want the authentic rum story and lots of information about the making of rum, then Foursquare is probably your best choice. Whatever you decide to do in Barbados, I hope you enjoy it, and please let me know in the comments what you did and if this was helpful. Thank you. Bye bye.